Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right. So far, I thought it was a really interesting departure last week.
Sure.
That we didn't really have any of our main characters except for our detective, whose name is escaping me at this moment. But it was a really fun... Carrie Coon. Really fun, look back on the history of her stepfather, right? It was a way for her to understand who he was.
Sure, absolutely. And I think it will kind of help guide her towards what happens, because I keep coming back to this idea. I've been thinking about this part of it all week. What you just mentioned there, in that what she got was just a story, right? Well, I know the story of the guy, but it didn't help me understand the case that I'm working on, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the important idea. And I think this case is so weird in how things have unfolded with the characters that we have.
For sure.
With the two brothers, with Emmett and Ray, and the misunderstanding that got her stepfather killed. Mm-hmm. I think she's got to start thinking of it more as a story than as clues in a case, a straightforward case. I was all right, I need to put together a narrative of what happened here to figure out this case, right? It's because this case is an interesting story more than it's a cut and dry series of crimes. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
I think it's going to require outside the box thinking to get from, Emmett was killed, or Emmett was supposed to be the guy that was killed when Ennis actually was killed, but what if it was how do you get to the mistaken identity and get into the story then of Ray versus Emmett, you know what I mean? And it didn't click with me until later. Ennis Stussy, the D, it was actually, the company was Dennis Stussy in the D, because there was a smudge at the beginning of it, so the D was kind of smudged out, so he took the name that he could read, Ennis Stussy. It was supposed to be Dennis.
Oh my God.
On the toilet.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So you're right. There's no clues, really.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to really take some leaps.
And I doubt that Shea Wiggum is gonna be I doubt he's gonna have time for it, because he's already trying to do this regime change.
You're right.
And he's look, come on, we have stuff to do here. She's not gonna be chief any longer, seemingly. Right. So I do want to see those two butt heads and kind of where he does stand, because we didn't get a lot of them. He might be kind of a hard case, but at the same time, he seemed reasonable when he was having that conversation with her.
But I don't think that this line of thinking is going to work for him, because he seems so pragmatic.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's gather the evidence, put it in the computer, keep the case file up to date, solve crimes that way.
Totally.
Which is probably how most crimes in the real world get solved. He's not wrong about that.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you're going to get a zebra, and this case is a zebra. You know what I mean?
Every season so far.
Think horses, not so much. This is a zebra.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get a little bit. Things are weird in this one, and you're going to have to try to really put some stuff together, and I think that she's going to be able to do that.
Well, that's what the best part of the show, right? Is that everything is so normal. It's a Midwestern vibe, but there's just that little bit that's off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Then you just what if everything in this seemingly normal, right, Minnesota nice place goes off kilter? Yeah. And this is as off kilter as the show's been. And
I love how they're able to sustain it season to season.
For sure.
It's been fantastic so far.
It has. Often funny.
Funny.
But always just, there are so many moments where you're just watching, you go, huh, all right, this is what we're doing. We have a UFO, and everyone sees it.
I do think tonally this season's a little different. It does feel darker.
It feels like a much darker season than the other two.
It still has humor, obviously, but each episode I'm kind of oof. That's bleak.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll go and get started here. Do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. Thank you, guys. Special shout out to our super patrons: NJ, MTC93, Actual Lurker, Anna, Balash Foldes, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Sudi Gundavarapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Geverston, Diana Perry, Taylor, Andy Schreiber, Trey Contreras, Humaine, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squick, Sweet Baby Silvernell, Adam Pacio, Matt Tyler, David Adler, Chris O'Donnell, Katie K, Seth Walker, and Doc Cooley. Thank you so much, friends. We're always grateful you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date on new content we've coming your way.
Description below, link to our Patreon page for full length watch alongs. We are several episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube on Fargo.
Yes.
He's pretending to be his brother.
Yep.
Look at that. Let's get him a girdle. I like how we're kind of equating all the characters to an orchestra.
Yeah.
Everyone playing their part.
The blast of the hunter's shotguns played by the kettle drums.
the bad guys.
Yeah, they're sharing an office with them now.
You know what? They need to make some decision about what to do about these guys, and the fact that they don't know what to do, they're just going to keep going down the path until it's too late.
Yeah, it might be too late.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a point of no return, and I feel like the longer you wait to do anything, you hit that point.
Totally.
That is
It's a large
that's
breakfast.
a big breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day. I like that idea, though. He comes in and just eats everything. Yet being like, this is mine
true, he's
now.
a wolf. Yeah.
That wig is not great, man.
Now we have Ewan McGregor playing Ray, playing Emmett.
It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
It's okay, Millie. I got this. Sorry about that, ES. Millie just moved down from Bemidji.
Bemidji from season 1. Yeah.
I was hoping to get into my box.
You've been working out, ES. You seem bulked up.
Is that gonna be a... Because what's in there? I really need, today.
He needs to chill. He's so nervous.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and pack up all my accounts. You got your order, rules and the like, so I'll find a bank. Maybe puts the customer first.
This is a great performance.
Yeah. He is.
Hold on a sec, ES. We're...
Stop snapping at her. I hate this
I
guy.
hate that.
If I wanted an opinion from an asshole, I'd ask my own. Got it?
Well, the real Emmett might have to switch banks.
Right.
Is that ashes?
Yeah. That's how they give you ashes when a pet dies.
Don't taste it. Why would you taste it? You really think it's going to be in there, man?
The ridicule of beloved remains.
Cremains is the, I think, preferred nomenclature.
This is the last.
Preferred nomenclature.
Lebowski.
It's Lebowski, yep.
And it feels like we're getting pulled into something sticky here. So,
No,
You think?
that's good thinking.
You just now getting that?
How would bringing in another investor help? When you're like, you're stuck with the mob.
It's all the investment you need.
I mean, really. That's not a way out.
No, it's getting other people in trouble.
Yeah.
Gives birth of GRU, later KGB. Godfather.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Because he knows, but they don't. The truth is whatever he says it is.
There we go. We're back to the stories Tutton at the beginning.
I'm not trying to stir things up.
No, I think you are.
I really don't.
Well, I'm home already, so I'm gonna spend a few more days on this one, see how it goes.
All right.
He's definitely going to fire her
Totally.
at the end of this season. But sounds like it might be worth it. Like, okay, I'll go do something else. I'll move.
Crossing paths already.
Yep.
In a way, it would look like, this guy's like on drugs.
Yeah.
He's trying to find his parole officer's brother or something, so he grabs the phone book.
His name being Stussy, I think,
Yeah.
really draws you in.
That'd be Ray. He's in with a felon at present.
Point me to the ladies.
She didn't say his last name, so we're putting that off.
Yeah.
This is an interesting take that they're doing, that she doesn't set off any of the detectors.
Yeah.
She's really not
It's the
there.
third time we've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're... Oh, no, sir, I'm not here about the accident. Gloria Burgle, Eden Valley Police.
There we go.
Yeah.
The murder of... No, that is... Truly, what are the odds?
Yep.
Go figure, it's a pretty common name. I got cousins all over the darn place. Not that I'm saying that this fella was a cousin.
Ray?
Yeah.
In fact, he blew his piss test. Was gonna grab him up when I heard the news. Death by major appliance.
So fidgety.
Yeah.
Ignore that. We're doing some restructuring.
Now, they always find a way to screw you, don't they?
They try.
Yep.
He's got a bad poker
It's
face.
terrible.
which is funny because like one of our
That's what
introductions
they
was
do.
gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just running out for a home inspection.
Yeah? Let's table that for now.
Yeah?
They know about his girlfriend. They know he's dating a parolee.
Hey, you're not a literal oath, I'll give you that, but implied. For Pete's sake, it's right there in the handbook. Don't bang the cattle.
Then we can go to suspension. Right? Slap you on the wrist. Maybe on the dingus would be better.
I mean, really.
Son.
That's wrong. That's not the way to go here, eh?
And you know what? She loves me.
Does she?
I think she does.
I hope so. I really do.
Or whatever half-cocked scheme comes into your head once the shock wears off.
You got my word.
We had your word for all the good it did us.
Well, this big Hummer.
Well, the thing is, it's like when you do that, he has nothing else to lose. Now he can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've just backed him into a corner and made him more dangerous.
It's gonna escalate.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going back and forth.
These kind of things don't play out to where somebody gets the last word.
Also, it's like your plate is so full. Oh,
Come on.
Law enforcement's here.
That's, nobody asked for that.
No, sir. I'm investigating an automotive flap wherein the driver of a Humvee registered to this.
Yep.
Fine. Let's. Not here.
At least she said what she was doing there. It has nothing to do with them.
still learning to talk to him later. Like, we can't have that.
I just want to say up front, this is a total waste of time.
Yes, sir, and I've already talked to the one complainant, and he's not interested in pressing charges.
But there were two. He hit the waitress.
Well, I'd have to look.
That'd be great.
You mean now?
God.
The waitress I mentioned, she got hit on the way out of the lot. She is up and mad. Just paid her wagon off, apparently.
Yeah, you hit another car, idiot.
The driver in question left the scene of the accident at speed, and that's police.
Oh my God. Everything's starting to get messy now.
Okay, sir. Well, sure do
None of
appreciate your
these
time.
guys can play it cool, can they?
Because they're all have their element. They're all so in over their head.
Not sure what's keeping Ray.
Oh no.
He's super reliable normally.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Why do I feel that you're not happy we met when all I want to do is make you rich?
Look around. I'm already rich.
And I ate 3 meals a day in a kitchen below ground, so you're making me feel right at home.
I don't mean to gossip, but, are you English by any chance?
What gave it away?
Yeah.
He's a consummate businessman. He's a true professional. I learn something from him every day.
Something about him every day.
I've got those contracts you asked me to draw up. If you'd like to review them.
What's in there?
There's got to be blackmail, right?
Yeah.
Or things he has to sign for him.
Of course.
God, it's the sound of it hitting the water that just gets me.
I'm not making you a partner in my company. You just blew in on the win Thursday.
Yeah, his blue chunks in there.
85% of the world's wealth is controlled by 1% of the population. What do you think is going to happen when those people wake up?
I can't believe I'm agreeing with the psychopath here.
Yeah.
I wear a second-hand tie, a fly coach. Not because I can't afford first, because I'm smart.
Yeah.
Why does it smell like an unflushed toilet in here?
There was an incident.
Oh, that's so gross.
He has a really strong sense of smell because he's a wolf.
Yeah.
Private matters between me and my...
I hear things. I hear them because I listen.
Yeah.
Fella from the Ermentro? No, different fella. Don't want to say too much on the phone. Just, you better come down here.
Yeah, he's smarter than all of you.
Yeah.
Can't you just take the money back?
Oh, no, my friend, I'm sorry. You're in the pan, and you know where you go when you leave the pan.
Into the fire. Yeah.
Honestly, a loser. So, what else could she be?
Dang.
Yep.
Well, at least he had his brother's back on that one. He didn't say
A little bit to protect him, yeah. See, I think that she's Varga's intellectual rival and the only one he has on the show.
Totally.
The only match, of course.
Fudge, you were turning in.
That's okay. You want some tea?
Yeah, sounds good.
If you're making some.
And the victim's name is
Anastasi.
with the same as
My suspects.
These two are going to team up and figure this out.
Totally.
owns the company that leased the Humvee and who lives, get this, in Eden Prairie.
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of the whole thing right there.
Yeah.
As far as how Ennis died, the whole conflict.
Well, I feel like they're gonna solve that pretty quickly.
Sure.
And then like they're gonna realize there's something bigger happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's just one small part of this whole thing.
Yeah. The way they're setting this up is so crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost like, okay, like in season 1 of True Detective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it starts off pretty by the numbers and obviously blows up to this big thing. It's kind of like the reverse of that. Like we know what it is up front, and then like they're gonna have like obviously they're still figuring it out, but still the reveal has already happened. Whereas like these guys, like these wolves, are like taking over, and they're gonna solve it and find this giant corporation or whatever this mob thing is.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Yeah,
wow, I love that.
There's so many moving parts still. Of course, we have 6 episodes left. Things are gonna go wrong. People are gonna die. I don't know if there's a way that Emmett and Ray and Michael Stolberg all live through this. You know what I mean? Probably one of them will. You know,
I think Stolberg's done.
I do too. I think
if anybody's gonna go, it's him.
He seems
for
like
sure.
the
weak link.
Well, certainly the one that you can plug into the crimes faster than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he's the one who did the hit and run. Like he's going to have the hardest story with the police, which means he's the reason the police are even there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's definitely set himself up to be the weak link in all of his bravado and like, let me go take care of Ray.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately he's going to screw himself and probably everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he's the first pin to fall.
Probably.
You know.
Also, I thought it was really interesting that Emmett's kind of in now. You know what I mean? Where he's like,
oh, you're right. Yeah, I think so too.
Like,
I think he started seeing the dollar signs.
He did.
Yeah.
And also like the idea, I mean, because they're kind of offering him protection. Like we're offering you wealth where you can just disappear.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, all right.
You're going to have free of consequence kind of wealth.
And it's weird. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's it. That's all I was going to say.
But it's funny because I heard something earlier this week. Somebody was talking about how we are closer to being millionaires than millionaires are being to billionaires.
Sure.
And I kind of like the idea of that here. When he walks in, he's like, I'm already rich. And he goes, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You're not rich.
Like, he's talking rich,
wealthy.
Rich.
Yeah.
I mean, also part of this would be kind of interesting, too, if somehow Emmett doesn't die and then he just kind of disappears.
After we were talking about that, I was like, you know what? If anyone's going to live through this because he's buying into this so much, Emmett might be the one of the core group of people that are slipping to actually get away with it, because he seems to be kind of sidling up with the bad guy here,
which would be kind of crappy. I mean, like he's just smug and kind of a prick. I don't know if he's like necessarily evil,
right?
But we'll see. I mean,
I think
he's just getting started. I feel like
I think the Ray side of things are in real danger because one, they don't know the danger.
Yeah.
And two, Fargo was just saying, like, are these two going to be a problem? And right now, Emmett's saying not really, but that doesn't mean he's always going to say not really. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think the more that, because now it's Ray's turn to punch back after what just happened to him, and that could really escalate things. In a bad way.
No, for sure.
Downward spiral.
For sure. And that's kind of been the thing episode to episode so far is like them getting back at each other. And so I wonder what it is going to be.
God, I don't know. go back dressed up as Emmett and steal more of his money.
At some point, Emmett's gonna have to be like, "Hey, we're done. I'm sorry."
Yeah, yeah. This is getting out of hand. Both of them, it's getting out of hand. Honestly, it's like, here, take your stamp. I'm sorry. Please go away.
That's all it should be.
Yeah. Well, it can't be a money thing because obviously Emmett's going to do this thing where he and Varga are just going to be raking in the cash for this completely illegal bust out that they're doing.
Yeah. And Varga is such an interesting character. Like, at this point, he's the character that I feel like I'm most drawn towards in the show, just because he's so mysterious. He has like the weirdest traits.
He's like an eating disorder. He's a wolf with an eating disorder.
What a crazy idea for a character.
And that was so gross. That first time he puked, and
oh my god, yeah,
you just hear all that food go. The sound effects were perfect.
Yeah,
it sounded real. That's what got me. It wasn't the sound. It was everything
the
hitting.
Splash.
It was just. All the chunks hitting the water was too much for me.
It's good Foley work.
Oh, it was very good.
But yeah, I thought this was a wonderful episode.
Yeah,
I want to see more of Winnie. Loved her introduction as well.
Sure, absolutely.
She's an oversharer.
Yeah, I like the idea of these two ladies kind of teaming up to kind of piece all this together. Because I think they're both probably kind of disregarded in their jobs. It kind of sounds like, but we'll see. Stolberg is not a good liar.
No, that was one of the funniest scenes.
That's his name, Cy.
One of the funniest scenes of the episode was him trying to talk to Winnie, and they're just staring at him, and he's just like so nervous.
Yeah, and he's so bad at talking himself out of trouble. Like neither, like him and Ray. Ray was a master compared to Cy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they were both talking to the cops, Ray ended up sounding a lot more comfortable and convincing for sure. Than Cy. Cy just blew that. Plus, for Cy, it's even harder because he has no plausible deniability.
No.
The records are going to show by the time that the police get them that he is the one that has that car.
Yeah. And for that matter, Ray even talking to the bank, he settled into it.
Yeah, he did.
And the thing is, too, is like that was a choice that they had him like kind of to the assistant. He was nice to her. Ray is a nice guy. Yeah. Even in the office when he's being fired, he's like, fine, I'll clean my desk out, like no big deal. Like he is a nice guy. The only person he's like malicious to is like his brother,
right?
Which is kind of funny actually.
Sure.
But
yeah, I'm expecting the IRS to show up at some point because I do think the fact that he had $10,000 and the banker tried to talk him out of it and he shut it down is going to get like federal attention on the money running through Emmett's businesses in life,
and that's when Ray's gonna become a problem.
And yeah, that's when Ray's going to become a problem for sure, and maybe even Emmett's going to become a problem.
Yeah,
I think you're going to get some higher level involvement here. I don't know if it works. It probably doesn't, but I do think it's going to be a complicating factor that he hit the $10,000 mark on that takeout.
Also, did you catch whenever Varga
I think.
Varga was we cut back to him like listening to the tapes and stuff. He had a picture of Stalin.
No, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch a picture of Stalin.
There's a picture of Stalin in the corner.
God.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So interesting. This guy's backstory. I want to get like a little bit of a sliver of something.
There's definitely some like a lot of Russian history is really important in this season of the story that I need to pay more attention to.
Do you think that we go back to the beginning at all? Like, with the interrogation that we saw in the first episode?
I don't think so because we didn't go back to the Reagan thing in season 2.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
I just think it's there to kind of set up the tone of the season.
Sure.
Okay. Give you some of the motifs.
It was very interesting. It was also a striking way to start the show. So
we know what happens. This poor guy's going to end up being convicted of murder and whatever the consequences with that, because I get to make up whatever story I want. Was kind of what was going on there. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.